We are also watching Wall Street as investors brace for that reciprocal tariff announcement from President Donald Trump. The closing bell rang just moments ago. The Dow slipped slightly. So let's take a look at our interactive stock market heat map. This is brought to you by FinViz. It's showing the top 500 stocks in real time. So red indicating the stock is down, green indicating the stock is up, and the size of the box, that represents the market cap. So CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady joining us now. Kelly, so many questions, but let's zero in on the word tariff. What that means and how exactly it works and who pays them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll kind of start with how it works. And I know our fantastic producing team has some graphics to help me explain this. So a tariff is essentially a tax that's charged on any goods that would be imported into the U.S. if there is a tariff enacted on a specific country or a specific industry, right? So if right now, China is a good example, we are importing any goods from China, there is a 10% tariff. That means you are paying a 10% tax on that good that's coming in. Now, in terms of who actually pays for this, the president has said that other countries will pay for this. And in fact, it's actually the American businesses or the businesses that are importing those goods. They're buying them from one country and they're bringing them into the U.S. They are the ones that are actually paying that tax. Now, just for some clarity, though, I've talked to a number of analysts about what the president might have actually meant in terms of who's paying it and that the other countries might be paying it. One, they would be paying and suffering if their companies are not able to sell easily into the U.S. So that would be one form of payment, more of a suffering, if you will. And then another is that those companies from other countries might lower their prices to offset that tariff to still make it attractive for companies to buy from them. Finally, who collects it? Where does the money go? So right now, Border Patrol actually collects it at the port of entry when that's coming, that container, that good is coming into the U.S. and that money goes to the Treasury. However, the president has identified an external revenue service potentially that they might create in sort of contrast to the internal revenue service that collects taxes from all of us. They haven't, though, gave clear sort of an idea of what this is going to look like. That's just something that has been floated. Now, who ultimately pays for it, Jules? How does it impact consumers? Well, that company that has paid that tax when they're importing a good from somewhere else, they likely pass it on to us, the consumer. And that's really why you have heard everyone talk about tariffs and inflation and higher prices.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are you hearing from businesses about how they are navigating these waters?
So as Olivia said, there's just so much uncertainty. We don't know what countries, we don't know what products are going to be announced tomorrow, what industries. And so I have talked to executives in the auto industry, in the manufacturing industry, in the retail industry, you name it. And there's just such a need for clarity because these businesses are going to have to either one, bring manufacturing here, which is part of the reason that the president is trying to put these tariffs on to incentivize domestic production of goods here. And that's going to cost millions, billions of dollars in some cases. They have to determine, is this a long-term thing or is this another negotiation tactic? And then the other thing is what countries, because maybe you're sourcing something from China, but you can also get that product as a business from Vietnam or Thailand or maybe a country in Africa. So just that clarity of what countries to turn to, whether you have to invest, it requires so many decisions and a lot of time and money invested. And so everyone that I'm talking to is just going, I'm paralyzed right now, and I'm looking for that clarity, Jules.
Yeah, we're all looking to you to answer that, but we'll know in 24 hours. Kelly, as always, thank you so much.